Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to use jitsi token, jitsi-meet tokens. So if you go to the website jit-meet.jit.c, you can see the free implementation of the jitsi-meet um, screen sharing software. Not just screen sharing software, but um, a conference software. So it's free and often open source, and this website they um, created to showcase how it works um, live. So once you enter the website, all you need to do is to create a meeting. You put in the meeting name, and then you can click and go. Alright, so by default, anyone who's got the meeting name will be able to join your meeting. So for example, if I open up a different browser, say, and I just copy the link to the meeting, it would allow me to join the meeting right here. Let's say allow. Yeah, there's an integration. Yeah, there's integration for Chrome, so you can just install if you want. But as you can see, it did not ask for anything. No credentials needed or required. With this implementation, the only security setting that you can set is with the password. Let's see. Where is it? Here we go. So you can add a password. Let me see. Like that. Press enter, and the password will be saved. So let me join the meeting again. Let me just close this first. Alright, joining the meeting again once the password is enabled. And it would ask you for the password before you can join. So if I put in a wrong password, it would not allow me to join. But if I enter the correct password, then I'll be allowed to join the meeting. Okay. For most folks, that should be enough. You can create a unique meeting name, a room name, and also the moderator can create a password and send it to the people that they would like to join the meeting. Yeah, so that's the basic implementation of Jitsi. Now there's another option to enable the internal authentication. That means that on the back end, you will create a user on Prosody and use those user as an authentication mechanism. Meaning, if you do not have a user on registered in Prosody on the back end, then you will not be able to create um, create a room, and also you can allow others to join without an account. So that's an option. So but still, that would not be very straightforward, because for you to create user reciprocity, you would need to have access to the server, and you need to be log in via SSH um, to that server machine, and from there you would need to have sudo access. So only the administrator can do that, and you need to be logged into the terminal for that to work. Now, what I did instead is to um, set up the token option. Let me just close this first. So the jitsi-meet, let me see, where's that token? Has a built-in option to enable JWT token, or JSON Web Token, as an authorization option. So with this, you need to configure on the Jitsi server, or the process on the Jitsi server. You need to enable the authentication mode as token, and include app ID and app secret or key, and that way people can create a room only if they have a valid JWT token. So the JW token has or requires identifiers that would be needed for the meeting to work. So you have here, this is the basic entries that you would need to create on the JWT token. So for example, if we're gonna take this, let me see, you can create a token by going to jwt.io. This is a website where you can create a JWT token option. So there are two authentications supported, the RS256 and HS256. This one is easier and straightforward. You don't need to set up a key ID, and you just need to have the payload to be in the correct format. So you can just copy this, put it here, and then you would also need to have the key. This is the app key you configured on your settings here when you set up your jitsi-meet, this one here. So after you set up your Jitsi and set it to token authentication, you would need to get the app ID and app secret. So the way it goes is that the ISS is this is where you're gonna put the app ID, and here is where you're gonna put in the app key or app secret. Yeah, it says app secret. Yeah, this can be anything. It can be a code generated So you can put it anything here. Usually what I put for app ID and app secret is generated using some scripts, so it will be a bit more secure. And then you can specify a room. If you just put in an asterisk, that means that this token, this is the resulting token, is going to be valid for any room. So you can create any room and reuse the same token. If you wanted to be more secure, I would suggest just creating it for a specific room. So you can put anything here, and the token will be updated as well. And the sub is the domain of your Jitsi deployment. So this will only work if you deploy your own Jitsi token. Your Jitsi meet on your own server, because the default Jitsi meet on meet.jit.c is not configured for token authentication. So I've created an implementation of this one. Let's go to so this one is already set up for token authentication. That means that if I create something new here, so if I create a meeting that says something new here, it would attempt to create that meeting. But since I do not have the web token, the valid web token to join that meeting, I will not be able to create the meeting. So I will not be the moderator. I will just be a regular participant. I would need to wait for the host to start. So how does the host generate a token? Let's see. So this is the token name. Let's see. No, this is the room name. So the room name goes here. Let's not put an expiration. This can be removed. And then what else? The domain is different, so let's put this as the domain. So this is the valid domain. And then we also need the app ID and the app key. So this is, where's the app ID I've created, and the app key for that domain. So we got here, I believe is a valid ID. Since I did not set up a group, I will remove the group information. Yeah. So I think we have what we needed. So what we can do is copy the token, and we can create say JTW equals, and then you paste the token, and this would authorize you as the moderator. So you were granted moderator rights because you have the valid token. And then if we have another user join in without a token, see here, then that person can join in the meeting. So was able to join since the host is already there. I was able to join the meeting. So that's how it worked. Now it would be helpful if we can do this in a more automated way. So what I did was created a website. Well, I just created a Flask app that would manage creating that token for us. So if we go to this website and go to meeting, we can join a meeting as guest. So that would mean that we will wait for a host to start a meeting. So if we join a new meeting, so it let us connect, but again it did not start the meeting since we did not have the token, and it's waiting for the host. So for that to work, you would need to create an account here. Let's just say it can be any email. Let's say put password 0 and new user. I would sign up, and new user is registered successfully, so we can put new user at sample.com and password is 12340. Sign in, and it allows us to log in. Now if we go to the meeting link, it displays our username and it's telling us to start a meeting. So it's a new meeting, and if we start the meeting, you would start the meeting and log us in as a moderator. Now if you're going to take a look at the page source, you can see that on the back end it generated a token that confirms or include or contains the information that we have. So if we're gonna delete the token, paste it, you can see here that it got our username and it got our email and has some random avatar that we got from this link that would be shown unless we enable the camera on our computer. Give us the domain. This is the application ID, the room that we created, and this is the valid JTW token for this meeting. So we can have anyone not authenticated or anyone that does not have can have anyone join in. So new meeting. so was able to join the meeting without logging in. Alright, so I'm going to close this now. If you want to look at the code I used for that, let me see, and my repository. You can go to this repository and follow the steps to create that front end to create the JW token. So that JW token I created, it's on this code. So it's using the pyjwt package or module, and it's very straightforward. So the way to generate the token is for you to input the name, email, room, app ID, the app secret, domain, audience, and if you have avatar, you put in avatar link, and it would generate a payload for us. So yeah, it's very easy to create that kind of valid token. So yep, that's how I created a front end for jitsi-meet using the JTW authentication or the token authentication process. If you have comments, suggestions, or questions, please comment down below. And also, if you like this video and you would like to see more, you can subscribe. And thank you.